So now we've got a nice little challenge for you in the 4th week of this mini project. So do you remember how we introduced the idea of isometric drawing, where you've got your two 30-degree lines going up in your lazy V? So instead of looking directly at the drawing and then having 45-degree lines, as you would with oblique, remember? Oblique, you've got the front of the object and then it goes up at 45 degrees. Isometric goes up on either side in a lazy V at 30 degrees. Now, we did that, and then we did some diagonal shapes like so, always working off our isometric grid paper. And now what we're going to be doing is writing a name. So, in this particular case, I'm going to be writing Beamer, because of course Mr. Beamer is my surname, right? Now, for this particular writing, I would suggest don't do curves. So, for example, you could write, let's just use capital letters. You could write Beamer like that. I would suggest, in this particular case, to do it something like this, so it's more blocky, because trust me, it will be a lot easier for you. Although I could do the curves, it's a bit more challenging. So here's how I would do it. Now, for this particular thing, I would actually get my pencil out, just fetching my pencil. And what I would actually do is I would sketch out in pencil, because this is slightly more complex. So you can probably, you can see my pencil lines on there. So what I'm doing is I'm just sketching out the amount of space that I expect my letters to take up. So that'll be the B, there'll be the I, and of course what I've just done is I've made a schoolboy error by starting too much in the middle. So that's something which you should be avoiding. So I think what I'll do is I'll work over here. Okay, yes. So I think what I'll do is I will start over here. There we go. Now I'll have enough space. Just shows you that even when you've done this for a long time, the way I have, you still find that things go wrong or you have to kind of fix them up. So there's B, I, M, and that's where my A is going to be. Okay? So I hope you can see that. There's my block for B, there's my block for I, there's my M, there's my A. So my B, I'm actually going to do it like that. There's my diagonals, and I'm just going to have a little block like that. So it looks a little bit Minecrafty. There we go. The I, well, I'm lucky, I'm going to keep it like that. The M, well, there we go. Middle over there, okay. On the lines, that's parallel to that. And then I'm on the grid lines. And my A, well, this is where the diagonals come in. There's the top, there's the bottom, and let's just think. See, this is where it gets slightly trickier. Do you see how I'm doing my A? Now, I'm pretty sure that there's a little bit of from the back when I turned over, but I think for a demonstration, you can see what I'm doing here. Now, if you are doing your name and it's really complex, I don't know, if your name is sort of, Alexandria, that really is quite a complex word to do. So if you want to separate into, or choose another name or another word, it's not so important what word you use, as that you are pushing your ability, you are practicing your ability to do 3D sketching. Okay? It's about the skill. And I'm not using a ruler, I'm deliberately not using a ruler, because part of sketching is also being able to sketch by hand in a kind of controlled manner. Okay, and then if I was playing around here, what I might do is add a little bit of cross-hatching over there where there might be some shadow, a little bit over there, a little bit on the inside, a little bit on the inside. I'm not going to do all of it cross-hatched because this is just a demo. So I'll just do some very broad cross-hatching, and that's the sort of thing, so this would probably need to be cross-hatched. So that's the sort of thing that you can now play with, give it a go, and just practice those skills. Enjoy.